the Managing Director of Orient Green Power, who joins us currently. Hi, sir. Thanks so much for joining in this morning, in fact. And just a couple of days ago, there was a preferential allotment of around 250 crores. I just wanted a couple of details in terms of that. What will these funds be used for? And also, could you give us an update on what exactly is the debt?
Yeah, see, basically, out of the 250 crores, 125 crores will be used for expanding our projects. Another 57 megawatts will be coming in. And the other 125 crores will be used for basically retiring the bank loans, the high-cost bank loans, and getting longer tenures. So that will lead to a larger savings. Now, the 57 megawatts that we are looking at is basically between Andhra, which we've got a 43 megawatt site already ready. We're waiting for the financial closure. And another 14 megawatts we've putting up in Madhya Pradesh. Now, overall debt that the company has is about 1,600 crores, which will be reduced, which we will be drawing more funds for this project. Plus, overall, we'll be looking at reducing the debt over time to come in the next few years.
Okay, but of the 1,600 crore, only 125 crore will be used to reduce your debt. So that's not going to change the high interest that you're paying.
Yeah, in fact, what we are looking at is doing some refinancing. We're already in advanced talks with various banks for both the old wind assets and the new wind assets, both in terms of reduction in interest rates as well as longer tenures. So we expect a savings about 25 to 30 crores every year in the first year itself, and going forward it will be a larger interest savings.
All right. So could you tell us currently what is your borrowing cost and what is it likely to go down to? I mean, we have got the absolute numbers, 25 to 30 crores on a year-to-year basis. Yeah, tell us.
Yeah, the borrowing cost is about, the old wind assets is about 15% borrowing cost, and the new wind assets is about 13%. And we expect to reduce it to by at least about 2% with longer tenures from the existing 7 to 8 years to about 15 years, which the banks are now looking into.
Okay, how soon will you be able to conclude your talks on refinancing your loans? When will this benefit of 25 to 30 crore of lower annual interest rates kick in?
Yeah, in fact, as far as the banks are concerned, we are in advanced stage of talks with most of the banks for both the old and the new assets. We are looking at completing it by December this year.
All right. So also could you tell us, post this particular pref allotment, what will the promoter holding go to? If I'm not mistaken, it was at around 75% as of June 2015.
Yeah, the promoter holding through the, there is a Singapore structure so the overall promoter holding is about 75%, of which the Shriram Industrial Holdings itself will be about 49%. Now the Shriram Industrial Holding share will go down to about 42% after the pref allotment. Okay. And we may collapse the Singapore structure also overall.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, you'd already taken an approval to raise close to about 400 crores via a QIP. As far as I understand, you haven't still raised that. Are you still looking to do that?
Yeah, we'll be looking at more funds. See, first is the 57 megawatt expansion that we are looking at. Then after that, we are looking at more expansions in time to come. In fact, we are already in the market for looking for the second phase of expansion, so we'll be looking at QIP or any other investment vehicle.
Right, but you will not be taking on more debts, because that 125 crores will be looking for to fund part of that 57 megawatt expansion. Then you're saying that you may look to expand even further. So you'll be looking at only the QIP route and maybe this preferential allotment route. What is the total capex that's required for this 57 megawatt plant?
Yeah, the 57 megawatt will require a capex of about 400 crores,
okay,
of which about 125 crores is coming from equity and 275 to 285 crores is coming from the debts. So going forward, if we are looking at another 75 to 100 megawatts, is an immediate thing that we're looking at. Again, it comes to about 6.5 to 7 crore per megawatt and at a 30-70 debt equity ratio.
Okay, so the total capex for the remaining few months of this year as well as next year, as well as the additional equity that you're looking to raise via any route?
Yeah, we're exploring various options. Nothing finalized is yet, but we are in talks with various people for the fresh equity that we'll be raising, either through a QIP or through various investment partners.
All right. One final question, sir, before we let you go. What's your peak debt levels you're looking at? I mean, you told us 1,600. You're looking to bring it down. So what's the peak debt that we can expect from your company? And also, you announced plans to demerge your biomass business in June. Any update on that?
Yeah, in fact, the peak debt levels will be about 1,700 crores because once we draw about 275 crores, there'll also be some payments and also longer tenures that we'll be getting and lower interest rates. And we'll be retiring some of the debts with the equity funds. As far as the demerger is concerned, both the biomass and the wind assets, we are looking at demerging. In fact, the target is March 2016. We'll complete the demerger process. Already we have applied through the courts, etc., for the demerger process. But the effective date will be October 2015.
Okay, so we'll leave it at that.
So that will help us focus on both the... Yeah, sure. Thanks.
All right, we leave it at that. Thanks so much for joining in. So that's Orient Green Power outlining how they will be utilizing the 250 crore that they've raised via a preferential allotment, and they're hoping to refinance their high-cost debt, which stands at 1,600 crore rupees, in order to reduce their interest burden.